following the Supreme Court's judgment which affirmed the victory of President Bola Tinubu in the 2023 presidential elections. Now, speaking after a meeting with the president, they urged all members of the opposition to accept the judgment in good faith and support the president in his quest to transform the nation. Several governors had visited the president to congratulate him on his victory at the Apex Court, which threw out the appeals filed by the candidates of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, and the Labour Party, Peter Obi. Now, political and public affairs analyst Nasir Wasagu joins me on the news for more on this. Thank you for joining me, Nasir.
My pleasure.
You're welcome to News Central. All right, so now let's begin with you sharing your thoughts on the verdict, that's the Supreme Court's verdict, and the dismissal of the appeal by Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi.
Well, thank you very much. You know, for every well-meaning Nigerian, having known that the Supreme Court, the Apex Court, is the final bus stop, so to speak, when it comes to litigations in election matters and every other civil or criminal matter, you can't help but just reality that this is one in the case of the president. So you have a different opinion aside the court's judgment, other than to accept it. And like the president says, probably it will put an end to the. For me, I wouldn't use the word innuendos or shenanigans. The last one, they tried to end it because a lot of lies or a lot of fabrications by all sides have been feted on the social media. So at least that gives us a rest so that governance can be faced squarely.
Its words is inconsequential in determining the outcome and also the credibility of the election. What impact do you think this portends on the credibility of INEC?
Well, the credibility of INEC will remain as it is. Some of us hold the opinion that INEC, is not entirely independent, being that their funding and appointments come from the sitting presidency. However, I think INEC has done well in the last election because there has been some landmark results that where Nigerians can build upon. Don't forget, 20 sitting governors lost election. In the sense for Senate but I'll tell you how fair the vote was, and people actually real votes will count. So the will always come with the moment. For all those who felt this judgment is wrong and that their candidates won, there isn't any gainsaying that the credibility of INEC will be laundered in their eyes. And for those who won, would always uphold the quantum that INEC's integrity is high up. But I think every cup is a learning curve for INEC. And we are a nascent, I wouldn't say that much nascent democracy, but it's not up to a 30, 40-year democracy like we're experiencing in other climes. But every election will provide a learning curve for INEC us to build upon, and the integrity of the level that every Nigerian or most Nigerians will accept the verdicts of INEC without going to court.
Okay. Nasir, would like for you to tell us again, what do you make of some of the dismissed applications by the Supreme Court, especially that relating to presenting fresh evidence of alleged certificate forgery on President Tinubu?
Well, the law in itself, like they say, is not always I'm not a legal expert, but we have read the Constitution. We know what our Constitution says, and the law courts have been guided by the Constitution. And these things are clear before they went into appeal to the Supreme Court. That is why some of us hold the opinion that the lawyers of some of the candidates are just doing the bidding for the
all right, Nasir, sadly, we actually have to stop here because we can barely make out what you're saying. But thank you so much for joining us on the news to talk about this.